This is Colton's old tattoo that he got, I'm pretty sure, in Thailand. Thing with this as well, you can see it's quite heavily scarred. A lot of that is to do with the way that it was done and who it was done by. Traditionally, obviously, like tapping the ink into the skin, it would always be a lot harsher than modern day tattooing and modern day needles. You would notice that something like this would be quite common. So what we wanted to do is to take the idea of this old Thai bamboo tattoo. It's not just about refining it, it's about understanding the shape of the body. On the first session, I was planning the way the patterns come through and how they can extend down, following the shape of his arm and muscle and just following these kind of like curves. These curves are quite important actually because they really show movement, and especially with a very static piece up here, we needed to try and transform the idea of the movement.
I'm Colton. My experience with Mike has been a fantastic one. I met Mike some years ago, big fan of his work, particularly like the geometric style, which sort of really fits in with my kind of look and vibe. I already had a piece on my upper arm which I thought was going to be a one-off, just purely because it was so distinctive. It was a bamboo tattoo that I had 17 years ago in Thailand. Always looked at a full sleeve but never thought it was possible, just because of the style, and I didn't think that it would be possible to bring anything else in that was going to work alongside it.
Yeah, like the back of his arm, it was so cut off, like a piece of paper. And essentially what my plans were to do is to extend the pattern out. I was just sketching, pull this up over his shoulder, and then come down here and then curve round. It's really important to follow the shapes of the triceps and whatnot, and the muscle and coming over the elbow. What a lot of people do in the tattoo industry, especially back in the day, is they look at people as if they're pieces of paper, look at people as if they're flat. And the problem with that is that it doesn't refine the shape of a human. It doesn't move, walk with them, bend with them. It needs to always come round and finish naturally, not where the cut-off point is. A lot of my stencils are quite crazy, quite difficult to understand.
Spoke to Mike over a period of many months, I guess, and he had many ideas around what we could do, how it could actually work. And it wasn't until we sat down and started really looking at what I wanted to achieve, that I realised that it wasn't going to be a one-off. It could be something that could turn into a full sleeve and look cohesive. That was a key for me. I wanted something that didn't just look like two tattoos. I wanted a complete sleeve blended in, and Mike's genius made that happen. We spent 7 or 8 sessions together, gradually seeing it grow. I'm so happy with the end result. It's really more than I could ever imagine. It's just evolved into something now that is hard to tell. Even though they're two very different tattoos, it just feels like it's one tattoo, and it's always been there.
This is what we explained earlier about it coming up. This is how far we've come now. We need to obviously do some details down there. We've been going over the black as well. So there's a few bits we need to go over there, go over all this bit here, fill this space in, just finish off some little bits down here. The problem with this tattoo obviously is the fact that it's very black and white, skin tone and then black tattoo. And then obviously these things down here are a lot lighter, so we need to kind of pull the contrast down. Obviously I've increased the scales all up here. The original swirl that I originally drew on, that's kind of come right down his body.
I think one of the main factors with working alongside Mike has been the overall experience. From the very get-go, it was a really informal conversation that we had, working out what I was looking for. There were elements of that I didn't actually know, I didn't know what I wanted. I had an idea, but I didn't have the sort of creative mind that Mike's got to bring all those elements together and make something that was going to work. So I really placed a lot of trust in Mike around an initial idea, but it was no more than that. And he went away and came up with a couple of options, and immediately I saw that sort of first iteration, big smile on my face. I was excited, really looking forward to actually getting into it and seeing it come alive. It couldn't have been more straightforward in terms of coming into the studio, working out what we were going to do. It's a great environment to be in, relaxed. We have some great conversations here. Spoiled you as well with food and drink, and it's a cool place to be. A day out where we get together, we have a chat, we catch up, and I come away at the end of every day pleased with what I've got and seeing something evolve. I can't speak highly enough of Mike and everything that we've done together and what the overall experience is, and that's the really hard part to sort of put into words. It isn't just about turning up somewhere, having a tattoo. It's about the whole journey of that from start to finish, and what that end result is, which is absolutely amazing.